Tuesday morning clinical Pilates class. It's a full body, as we always do on a Monday, because I do like them to be a full body for our Tuesday morning classes. So we have got hand weights. I've got 1 kilogram weights. If you've got the weighted balls, or if you've got hand weights like me, that is absolutely fine. We're going to do a whole body, so let's get going with our warm-up. Placing your feet hip distance apart, nice soft knees, growing tall towards the ceiling, keeping that peach tucked underneath your chin, wide collarbones, shoulder blades connecting down towards your back pockets, finding that neutral spine, and then drawing in lower abdominals, little lift up through your pelvic floor to center. So just start rolling through those shoulders for me, nice big circles. And then floating your arms up in front of you, palms facing down, elbow to your back wall. Big sweeps, corkscrews. So lift, lower, sweep. Lift, lower, sweep. Last one, and then we're going to stretch down the side of our neck. So again, if you want to put that little bit of overpressure on, you're more than welcome to. And swapping to the other side. And then coming into our roll down. So chin down towards your chest, peeling each spinal bone forwards in order, lengthening through the back of those legs, and then just holding that nice stretch at the bottom. Deep breath in, and then breath out, tucking that tailbone under, stacking each spinal bone back on top. Chin is the last thing to lift, and go again. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Last one for me. And then coming into our 3 range squat. So widening through your stance, as I always do, pull my trousers up. Coming down into squats, pushing those hips forwards as you get to the top. Last one, coming into our reverse lunges. Toy soldier, big sweeps all the way through. Keep that spine lovely and long. Walk in to finish. Pressing down, lovely, well done everyone. So, grabbing hold of your weights. So the balls or the handheld weights, mine are 1 kilogram ones. Lovely. So from here, we are going to start with a little bit of punching forwards. So holding on to those weights, pushing forwards, nice and tall through your spine, lifted through your breastbone, and punching left to right. Lovely, keep going. More. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Lovely. And then we're going to go from left. Sorry. Yes, I know I'm doing that wrong. Opposite arm to opposite knee that bends. Working left to right with bicep curls. So keep your body facing forwards. Make sure your body stays here and you're not doing this. Going from left to right, okay? Body wants to stay forwards. And just lengthening into those adductors from as you go from left to right. Keep working for me. Six more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Lovely. So, shoulder presses, left to right. So again, nice and tall through your spine. Make sure you're not rounded or protracted through the chin. Nice and tall. Ten more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lovely. So we're going to reverse fly. So you're going to come into this position and you are going to reverse, okay? But making sure that your spine is in neutral, okay? It's very tempting to just sort of slump however you like in this position, but make sure we're sticking that bottom out. We're bending at the knees and we keep that lordosis and that breastbone lifted. Okay, so you're going to do 10. We'll aim to do about 3 sets, I think, or we might do 4. I'll see how I feel. If I think we're burning, we'll stop at 3. If not, we might do 4. So reverse flies, squeezing between those shoulder blades. Try not to lead just with your arms and let your arms do all the work. We want that nip of the shoulder blades back together, okay? So you can do this, but if you're not getting that nip, you will not be working retraction properly, okay? So as you've done your first 10, standing nice and tall, take your recovery and then back down again. Lovely. Shake out, shake out. I think we need to do 2 more. I think we need to do four rounds of these. We'll do 4. We'll do 4 of them. We've all eaten a lot, haven't we, over Christmas? We can do another round. So, 3rd one coming up. One more after this. Shake it out. And we'll go again, last ones. Lovely. Relax, relax, relax. So we're going to work triceps. So triceps are at the back of our arm. By all means, if you've got 2 weights and you want to go for 2 and put them both in the same hand, you're more than welcome to. I'm going to use 1 though. So from here, you are going to go 1, 2, 1, 2. And I want you to focus on working left to right with your squeezes. You are going to do 10 in total. So obviously 10 left to right. So 20 in total, but 10 on each one. So keeping that nice position, squeezing at the back of that arm onto those triceps. Squeeze, return. So once you've done your 10 on each arm, 20 in total, you're going to stand up and we've got 1 more round to do. Lovely. Shake them out. I always think triceps are quite a difficult one. They're obviously, triceps are not as big as our biceps, so they're always like a smaller muscle to work. So you might notice a little quicker fatigue with those ones. Last round. Let's go. 1. 20. Lovely. Shaking out for me. So back into punches again, but this time we're going to punch from left to right. So 1, 2, 1, 2, and getting that nice rotation through your body. Again, no slumping, nice and tall through your spine. 6 more here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Lovely. And relaxing down. So coming down onto the mat for me when you've finished with those. You are going to place your weight behind your knee. And you are going to hip extend for me. So from here, nice and tall. Deep breath in. As you breathe out, you'll extend and then return, okay? So I want you to do 10 on one side, 10 on the other. We're gonna do 3 rounds, okay? 3 rounds of these. So concentrate, nice position with your 4-point kneeling. Try not to shift your body weight from left to right. Keep it central. Make sure that that core's doing the work. So you should be coming on to your 3rd round now. Stand, lovely. It's a big range of movement. Make sure you get that full squeeze into those glutes and hamstrings. Lovely, and then coming all the way back into shell stretch when you've finished. So making sure that we are stretching out right through to our fingertips and your forehead down onto the mat if you can. Now, if you can, trying to bend, keep your elbows touching the mat, bend at the elbows, and put your fingertips between your shoulder blades to stretch into those triceps. And if you can, try and take those elbows slightly further away. So just walk them away from your body if you can to feel that deeper connection to that stretch into your triceps. Lovely. And then coming into side lying for me. So you're going to take your thick and your thin head blocks. You've got an option. If you want 2 weights, you can use 2 weights with this, or you can use 1, but put them both in front of you and then you can make a decision. So we're going to come into clams, but we're going to put the weights on the side of our leg. So if you want to use 2, you're going to hold them here and you're going to raise. and lower back down again. If you want to use one, if one's enough, then just use that one on there. But obviously make sure you're not taking the weight in the hand. Make sure that you're sort of just balancing it there and taking the weight on the leg. Okay, so when you're ready, go. We're going to do 5 more. Who knew a little 1 kg weight could make that so much harder? So elbow into your side, external rotation through the shoulder for me, so working our rotator cuff. So elbow stays tucked in, try not to allow your weight to rest back down onto the mat. Five more here, it'll be burning, keep going. Oh, 5, lovely. Swap into the other side, so back into your clams again. So we've got 25 reps with clams, 20 reps with external rotation with our shoulders. So again, use your weights as you want to. Make sure that they're supported on the leg, but the leg takes all the weight. And then go. Two more. Lovely. And then external rotation. So as I say, make sure that that weight doesn't get put back down onto the mat, keep it hovered. Two more. Lovely. And then relaxing down for me. So lying on your back. So finding that neutral spine for me, and then taking one leg up and then the other leg to follow for me. So just holding in this position, you are going to come up and you're going to pulse those arms down by your sides, 100 pulses, let's go. When you finish the 100 pulses, you are going to come down for a little rest, grabbing hold of your weights again. So, take your recovery. We are going to come back into tabletop position from here. But this time we're going to shoulder press, okay? Sorry, chest press, not shoulder press, chest press. So we're going to press up towards the ceiling and then return the arms back down again. If you want to include the legs to work a little bit harder, you're more than welcome to. So as you press up, you're going to stretch one leg away and then you'll return back down again. Press up, return, press up, return. Okay, and keep working left to right for me. Six here, they're burning, but keep going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Lovely. Taking one leg down, the other leg to follow. So take your recovery, and then we're going to come into a high kneeling position. So we're going to do the offering with these weights. So you're going to turn your palms upwards, you are going to reach forwards, out to the sides, and then return back forwards again. I'll show you from the side. So from here, reach forwards, arms out, return, and bend back in again. Okay, let's go. So if you want to stick with a set amount of numbers, you might want to do 10, you might want to do 5 and then rest, that's fine. But the key is to keep that breastbone lifted, keep that spine long, and try to not let your shoulders get lifted and elevate up like this, okay? So if we don't have good shoulder blade stability and shoulder strength, our upper traps will want to work, and that can create neck problems and then the dysfunction around the shoulder complex with all those muscles that should be coordinating properly together for good movement patterns. So if you're carrying on, just take a little rest. We're going to do 10 more of these, okay? So 10 more of these. So shake those arms out if you're having a little bit of recovery, and then go again. Lifting up through that breastbone, long through that spine. Lovely, last ones. Lovely. Coming up into standing for me. So, little bit of balance work. So you are going to come onto single leg, out to the sides, returning back down again. So I would like you to do 5 on one side, 5 on the other, and keep swapping from left to right with these, okay? So keep that knee in front of your hip joint here, okay? Make sure that you don't sort of hold it really low down here. I want that hip flexor to be working nice and hard. Breath out, breath in. When you get back to your first side, last round from left to right. So last weight behind the knee. You're going to do this in standing. So we've done them in 4-point kneeling. We're going to do them in standing now. So you're going to take your weight behind your knee. So single leg, breath out, breath in, breath out, breath in. So I want you to do 10 on one side, 10 on the other. We're going to finish off with 2 rounds, making sure that that back stays in neutral and we're not over arching the spine. So as we come into hip extension, making sure you're getting that big squeeze of your glute and your hamstring. Okay, so let's go. I'm on my last leg now. again, lovely. So when you finish, a little bit of a stretch around our chest and between our shoulder blades. So finish off your reps. I can see a few of you still going. Lovely. So when you've finished, linking your fingers together, pushing out, pushing that chest forwards, opening up across the front of your shoulders. And then coming in the opposite direction. So linking your fingers together, pushing away, chin in towards your chest. And then when you are finished, deep breath in, sweeping those hands into the center. Breath out as you go all the way over the top for me. And last one. And relaxing down, everybody. Thank you for joining me at that class. Obviously it was a little bit challenging, but I'm sure we appreciated that after all the Christmas indulgences that we've been doing. Please do have a lovely day, everyone, and I will see you again at one of our other classes.